Look, guys, if you really want to keep a young woman around, especially in your older ages, you have to exude self confidence, leadership, to be very decisive. Because, to be honest with you, a lot of young guys, they don't exude those type of traits whatsoever. You know, they'll ask, "Oh, where do you want to go?" I don't know. What do you want to do? It's like, "What do you want to eat?" I don't know. What do you want to eat? It's like, "Oh, hey, do you have a half? I can only pay half for this bill." Being an older man has so many advantages of their younger counterparts. The reason why is because we can actually get the younger women over the younger man. We have masculine traits that exude our physicality, such as our strength, our confidence, our security, as well as our decisiveness. Being indecisive as a young guy, trust me, it's not the way to go. Women see right through that, especially feminine women. If you were dating a girl that was probably your age, that was in her early 20s or a couple of years younger than you, then she may not mind that because she hasn't really lived life yet to know what it really feels like to be with a real man. And once she's with a real man, she's going to realize, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go backwards. It's almost like, you know that saying, once you go black, you never go back? Sometimes it does reveal its truths. If you're not a real man, then it doesn't. You know? Being with me, to be honest with you, I always get them calling back, years later. So, hey, what are you doing? How you doing? Long time no hear. Yeah, exactly. Long time no hear. I moved on. How about you? You didn't move on yet? So next time, move on. When it comes to older men, we don't really care how old you are. We don't really care how old we are, to be honest with you. Age is not a factor when it comes to us. And you may be looking at it like, oh wow, you're a pig. You're taking advantage of these young women. No, we're not. If anything, they're taking advantage of us. They're taking advantage of the fact that we're secure. They're taking advantage of the fact that they could live a certain lifestyle that a younger guy or someone that doesn't have the means to live. The more greater the age difference, the more likely a woman is going to be more feminine. A man well into beyond 40s, I have the confidence that I can still attract younger women half my age and still have them be attracted to me as well. The reason why is because I don't look at age as a number. I don't look at age as something that is going to hold me back. I look at it as more of an advantage, if anything. Because when people ask me how old I am, and I tell them, they look at me like I have two heads. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but you can actually just guess. And if you're wrong, too bad. But in the meantime, all I'm saying is that take care of yourself. Fitness is pretty much my life. It's what I do. I take care of myself and been taking care of myself for a very long time. And I don't think that it's slowing me down. I think that fitness and working out is like this fountain of youth. Trust me. You know, if you want to be able to have that longevity, staying sexy, hit the fucking gym. If you're over 40 and you're not eating right, and you're not taking care of yourself, keep in mind all that's going to catch up to you. Guys who actually do work out, who actually do take care of themselves, pretty much they could probably stay that way all the way up until their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even beyond that. It's all about consistency. Women who date older men are often more feminine than women who date guys their similar age. The greater the age difference, the more likely a woman is more feminine to be. Because if you think about it, what you do in order to determine what a good age for you is, take half your age, add 7, and that should be the age preference of what you should be looking for. Okay? So remember, take half your age and then add 7. And that should probably be a good range for you. Women find men of a certain age, in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. If you ask a lot of women what they would prefer, the majority would most definitely have said that they want security. A man who could take care of them. A man who can actually be able to secure the family, to have more of a nuclear family. Once you're out of your glory days, as far as like being the captain of the football team, you're going to get content with the way you look, with life and everything else. You're going to be hanging out with your buddies, drinking all the time, and all of that stuff is going to catch up to you. If you're not hitting the gym, if you're not prepared to better yourself, especially in your older years, it's going to be really tough for you to get back into great shape. You have to start now. But the most important thing is just that women look for physical strength. They look for men who can take care of them. I mean, to be honest with you, there are men out there that are not in physical shape because, they might be financially secure. They might have social proof. They may be able to pick up women because of their confidence. There are a lot of guys who don't necessarily have money, who don't necessarily look good, but they're still able to pick up beautiful women based on their confidence. Check this out. They really don't have anything to lose. What do they have to lose? Practically nothing. If you're in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s, you have to embrace being able to get older. Because if you're taking care of yourself now and you're going to the gym, you're looking in towards your future, especially as far as managing your money and making sure that you do have security when the time comes for you to retire. There are going to be times when, you want to be able to go out and find a really good woman if you're single. Because I'll be honest with you, if you start taking care of yourself now, eventually you're going to look better throughout the years. And the more that you take care of yourself, the harder you work towards looking good, eating right, not eating junk food, not drinking, not smoking, and not even going out partying all the time. It will pay off tremendously. Because if you're doing all those things now, as far as partying, smoking, drinking, and doing everything that you're not supposed to be doing now in your 20s and 30s and 40s, it will definitely show on your face, on your body, and also your attitude. Because you're not going to have the confidence to get out there and be able to talk to women. So please take care of yourself and try not to let society or anything else spoil what is built inside of you as far as your confidence. The reason why men age a lot better than women is probably because they're not just based on their looks. Men are judged based on their skill. Men are judged based on what they can actually bring